Welcome to the Candid Black Girl, a candid reaction channel where we share our thoughts and opinions on the topic at hand. The vibes are good and the conversation is even better. Thank you for stopping by, and please don't leave without hitting that subscribe button. So today we'll be discussing Love and Marriage DC Season 1, Episode 4. I've been able to catch up very quickly. I'm actually loving this season so far. Still getting to know the ladies, but let's get into Episode 4. We start off still at the disaster of a lunch Winter threw from the last episode. So we're still with Ashley, Winter, Arena, and the other lady, I believe her name is Tasha. I'm not sure, I could be wrong, but I think her name is Tasha. Ashley and Winter are no longer going back and forth. At this point, they're just gonna agree to disagree. Ashley has apologized to Winter, even though I really don't think she meant it, but she apologized nonetheless, and they just agreed to move forward as acquaintances, which is fine. Arena brought up the infidelities in her marriage with Jamie. She brought up the things that although they've been married for 26 years, they don't have a perfect marriage. Of course, it's understandable. Every marriage has ups and downs. Ashley opens up about her marriage with Quick. She feels like they're doing good, that they're a solid couple. After Ashley made that statement, we see Winter and she made a face. And I'm like, girl, so what do you know that you're not saying? Clearly, you know something more than you're putting on. So maybe we'll find that out during a later episode. Winter turns to Ashley and she's like, oh, so, you're good with not knowing about your husband's cheating, like what he's up to? Ashley says, yep. And Arena went ahead and agreed with her. Basically, Arena said as long as she doesn't see it or hear what's going on, she's good. Arena says that she's not going out to find anything. The energy she was giving is very much, I let my husband cheat in peace. The ladies went ahead and wrapped up the lunch, and then we join Ashley, and she's with Quick's manager, talking about Quick's schedule. So Ashley's major problem is that Quick overworks, and of course, because he's working all the time, he doesn't have time for her or the kids. I agree with her, but I also understand his side. He just wanted to be able to provide a lifestyle for his wife and his kids that he didn't have growing up. So, of course, I get that. But I also see Ashley's side as well. You work hard, but you got to make time for family and also for his self-care. They also shared some information about him and that he's been in a lot of car accidents. And that's crazy, him overworking himself, and then he's exhausted and he just crashes his car. Obviously, that's dangerous. Quick really needs to listen to his wife. Like, clearly she has his best interests at heart. And she just wants to make sure that he's safe. Like I said, I do understand the reason behind him working hard, but take care of yourself so you can be around for your family. We get a little brief segment of Monique and Chris still with their kids in Africa. It looks like they are living their best life, and that is great that their kids get to experience that. So good for them. So now we join Arena and her family. Her son Jason wants to get into this program that helps young adults get work ready. He shares with his mom that he wants to work for Apple. He seems to be into tech and has a knowledge of computers. He feels like sometimes his family thinks he's not capable of things because of the fact that he has a visual impairment. He feels like his dad is forcing him to go to DJ school, but that's not what he wants to do. Arena opened up about the difficulties of raising a child with a disability. I felt for her as a mom, just feeling helpless. My heart does go out to her because she wants to make sure that he's good, and she also wants to make sure that he's happy. Later, Arena and Winter met up. I kind of like these two together. I feel like they have some chemistry as it regards a possible friendship. And it was nice of Arena for trying to get to know Winter outside of the group. Arena brought up Ashley and asked Winter if she thinks the situation was resolved. Winter took it as Arena trying to play both sides, but I kind of thought that her question was an icebreaker. Arena was probably nervous and trying to feel Winter out. I don't see it as Arena trying to be messy. Both of these women view Ashley in a different light, and that's fine. Like Ashley said earlier, she is not for everybody. The lady started talking about Kevin, and if you do not know, Kevin is Winter's second ex. Well, they're not, I think they're still married, but that's her That's her husband that she separated from. They started talking about him. Winter opened up a bit about being abstinent and, her decision leading up to that. Winter brought up Arena and Jamie's marriage. Arena shared that she's flirted with other guys, kind of like in and out the DMs, but she's never stepped outside of her marriage. She stated that Jamie found out about her messaging other guys, and of course he was upset. Said the reason she did that was because at the time, it was to make her feel better about herself. Jamie was gone. She felt lonely. She knew he was doing dirt, but he never admitted to it, and she never caught him. Then Arena went on to say that she blames herself for the reason that Jamie possibly cheated. No, ma'am, that is not on you. If Jamie cheated, that's on him. He's a grown man. He's capable of making his own decisions. You cannot fault yourself for a decision he chose to make. Arena stated that their sex life is not what it once was. She felt like they've lost a lot of passion and some of that romance. Him possibly cheating could play a part with why she feels the way she does about their sex life. What woman wants to go behind another woman? And although she says she has no proof, I think she still has it in the back of her mind, what if? That could be why her head just isn't in it. So Arena stated that Jamie has a very high sex drive, and right now hers is not on the same level as his. Hers is kind of low. She feels like they need to do more foreplay, do something different to warm up the bedroom. Winter brought up the idea of a sex therapist, and Arena was on board. They ended their conversation on good terms. Now we join Arena and her family. She's preparing a meal for her family and shares with us that she doesn't know how to cook. Ma'am, I'm sorry. What? All them kids you got? How do you not know how to cook? She ended up calling her mom to help her out. Clearly her mom does all the cooking, and I'm just wondering why she doesn't help out. The food turned out good. Well, I don't know if it was good, but it definitely looked good. They all sat down, and it was Jason's opportunity now to express to Jamie that he doesn't want to go to DJ school anymore. I get Jamie wanting to brag on his son, wanting him to be in the music industry, but Jason has stated clearly he wants to get an education. Jamie was like, okay, I get it, you got plan A, but what about plan B? What about your social life? Which, of course, having a social life is important as well. Jamie is letting Jason know if you become a DJ, you work in the club, you can meet a lot of people, you can also get some girls, because Jason expressed wants to hang out more. He wants to start talking to a lot more girls. I understand what both of them are saying. I do still feel like Jamie needs to kind of back up a little bit, ease off of Jason, just allow him to make his own decisions. Support him, stand behind him, but kind of ease up and allow him to make his own decisions. Quick and Ashley go on a date with Jamie and Arena. Arena brought up Winter and their meeting. She told the group about Winter's suggestion of seeing a sex therapist. I am a firm believer in time and place. I don't think this was the time or the place to start bringing up your marital struggles as it regards the bedroom in front of other people. I really just don't think this was the time or the place. So then he then turned to Jamie and Arena and said, well, damn, when was the last time y'all had sex? Jamie is uncomfortable. He doesn't want to talk about this. He also doesn't even want to see the sex therapist. But Arena, of course she wants to give it a try. Arena explained she wants affection and more foreplay in the bedroom. She needs to be warmed up. Like I said, Jamie is not comfortable with this conversation. Ashley then stated that she could see why Arena blames herself for Jamie possibly cheating. Like we said, we don't know, it's not confirmed. Ashley feels like Arena blames herself for the cheating because Jamie wants sex, but Arena, of course, she's not giving it up. Once again, like I stated, it is not her fault. If Jamie made a decision, that was his choice. Anyways, Jamie basically dodged all the questions, dodged all the statements. You could just tell he was visibly uncomfortable. Basically said that Arena was running her mouth too much, and he didn't like that. Okay, so now we are with Monique and Chris. They are back from their trip and unpacking. Monique received news about her possible job as a radio host, and she's super excited about this. So they're unpacking, and then Monique brought up the trip again and is asking Chris, did he have any major moments as it regards their relationship during the trip? I believe her exact words were, did you have any aha moments during this trip? Chris is like, nope. So she starts getting in her feelings a bit, and I'm like, girl, what are you expecting this man to say? She wants him to be more deep, more in tune. But Chris over there chilling, like, Monique, you either going to allow this man to be himself, or you need to let go of the idea of molding him into who you want him to be. I think what Monique needs to understand is that she cannot change Chris. Chris has to change on his own, and it needs to be when he's ready. You know what I mean? Like, on his time, not on her time. Because if she continue to force this on him, it's going to continue to cause problems. She's going to continue to be frustrated, and then he's going to be frustrated because she's frustrated. It's going to be a never-ending cycle. In marriages, people learn and grow all the time. However, sometimes it's not at the same rate. You know what I mean? You would hope that your partner will join you on your path. In their situation, it's for spiritual reasons, right? Monique said they've embarked on a spiritual path. Clearly, Monique has progressed more on her spiritual journey. And maybe Chris just needs a little bit more time. And Monique needs to understand that she either has to be patient with him, like, just take your time with him, allow him to kind of experience his own spiritual awakening. And if you can't allow him to do that, then maybe y'all need to kind of figure things out about how y'all want to progress within this marriage. Because I know she said that things aren't like this all the time, and we all know that marriages have ups and downs, but she just seems like really, it just kind of comes off that she's not happy. Clearly, I don't know everything going on in their marriage, but what is being portrayed now is that she's unhappy, he's not making her happy. And I'm not a man, but I can only imagine what that does to him on the inside, you know, realizing that his wife is not happy, and it could possibly be because of him. I'm pretty sure she knew that he wasn't that emotional of a person when she first met him. I don't believe that they started spending, you know, she said they've been together for almost 10 years. I don't think it took her 10 years to realize, ooh, he's not as affectionate as I would want him to be. I'm pretty sure he's been like this. She now is getting to the point where she needs more. That's okay for her to want in her relationship. I think the issue with them is they have different love languages. See, with Chris, he shows he cares by giving. Like, he mentions a lot him being the breadwinner in the relationship in the beginning, like how he was able to provide for his family. I feel like that's how he shows affection. But Monique, she needs more. She needs to know how you feel about her. She needs to hear those things. And it's hard when you're trying to love someone who doesn't share the same love language. It's not impossible, but it's definitely a struggle. Sometimes it's not that the person is a bad guy. Like, Chris is not a bad guy and Monique is not a bad woman. Sometimes it could just be you guys are not compatible. And if you could find a way to work through those kinks, then, you know, you'll be fine. But if they continue on the path that they're on now, they gonna have a miserable marriage. You gotta figure out a way to kind of like work through the issues that they're having. Chris mentioned that, you know, everyone's journey is different, and you could tell like he's trying to be the perfect man for Monique, but the way it comes off, it just seems like she wants more, and his efforts, the efforts that he's been making, is just not enough for her. Anyway, so Monique gets frustrated and she's done with the conversation. She completely shuts down, which, like I said, frustrates Chris. They just decide to end shooting for that day. They just kind of wrapped it up. And that's the end of episode 4. I'm going to say next week episode looks very good. I cannot wait. And that kind of concludes my review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one.